Hey, Pate, you watching football?
It's a whole channel dedicated to nothing but fantasy.
Let's go trick-or-treating dressed up like Marilyn Manson. Let's go trick-or-treating dressed up like Marilyn Manson. Let's go trick-or-treating dressed up like Marilyn Manson. Snatch up all the kitties and then hold them all for ransom. Everyone today suffers from the short attention. Blah, 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 blah. Everyone today suffers from a lack of interest. Blah, blah, blah.
And welcome everyone to In Your Face Week 7 review and a Week 8 Looksie.
Now with audio. There's a long
They don't
story.
know about what happened.
There's a long story to this. Maybe we'll tell it one day.
We're here to give you a little bit about something in a whole ice cold bath bucket of nothing. Or it could be just an ice cold refreshing bottle of nothing. After your day off, kick your feet up. What better way to waste your time? I'm Jay, and this is my panel.
Keith.
And Tony.
Unless this is the first time you're watching, in that case, I'm Larry, this is my brother Daryl, this is my other brother Daryl.
You gotta be old to catch that reference.
If they're old enough to catch that reference, they're probably not on YouTube.
Ouch.
We are your number 8 fantasy football show on YouTube this week.
We slid. We were 6.
Well, you know,
Enough people probably weren't telling a friend.
quite a few people did watch, over 1,000 people watched the episode this past week. Some people told a friend. We're gonna give you a moment now to pick up your phone, text your friend, text your mom, text your grandma.
Who will catch the earlier joke.
We did that just for her. We'll wait. Are you done?
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Did you call? Good. Now, moving on.
Did we just have like a Dora the Explorer moment in our show there?
Little segment this week where there were some flashy moments from some key guys that are probably sitting on the waiver wire somewhere, probably thinking about picking that guy up. I'm gonna call this, are you buying it? Are you buying him? Eli Manning, Monday Night Football, 300 yards, got some pointage. Is he the guy to pick up off the waivers? Are you buying it?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
No. That all of that came in what I like to call garbage time.
Garbage time, huh?
Like that was.
Moving on, let's go to Dak Prescott. Let's see, he scored a touchdown, threw a touchdown, almost 300 yards in passing, ran one in himself. People are going to be looking at him on the waiver wire. They might have a bye week coming up. You might have Matt Ryan. Are you going to go after Dak Prescott? Are you buying it?
Might have Matt Ryan. What kind of a slam is that?
Well, I'm just
Anyway.
saying, no, you might
He's
have
on
Matt
a bye
Ryan. He's
week.
on a bye week this
on a bye
week. You
week.
may need a quarterback.
Lennox on a bye week.
I got a better quarterback already.
Are you buying it?
No. No.
No?
No.
It's not that I'm buying it.
New receiver?
But the new receiver,
Not yet.
maybe.
Talk to me in 2 weeks. Talk to me in 2 weeks.
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not.
Tennessee Titans, Deion Lewis. Running all over the field. Got some pointage this past week. The first time that he's made double digits in our league, I believe.
Broke about 13 tackles on that one play.
He was just throwing guys off.
Ran for 25 yards and advanced the ball 7.
And are you buying it?
No.
I'm not buying it. That offensive line, they're doing the new. They implemented the zone blocking scheme this year, and it does not look like the offensive line fits. In my opinion, I don't know what's going on. Derrick Henry not even on the field for the 2-point conversion from the 1-yard line.
Yeah,
Like what?
Haven't we seen this in the Super Bowl before?
I think we're going with you got to get rid of that chart in the NFL that tells us, that tells the coach whether or not the 2-point conversion is the best plan.
Yeah, I mean, you had the perfect opportunity to give people in London a little bit more for their money, and instead you cheated them.
Yeah, you had New York on Monday night. They went for it. That was kind of. We can't forget. What about that whooping that the Tennessee Volunteers gave that Alabama Crimson Tide?
I'm shocked.
Isn't it? It was wild.
What are you talking about?
What was even more than that was the fact that Nick Saban stepped down. Not 2 days after the loss.
Don't bet something I'm not sure of.
Lies.
What really was a shock to me was who they put in his space.
Fine, just tell me.
The guy that took Nick Saban's place, Butch Jones.
No.
Butch Jones is now the
No.
head coach of
No.
the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Nope.
Because he did such a good job at the University of Tennessee itself.
No.
And now he can pass that along to that Crimson Red.
Nope.
Hey, Marvin Hall, Atlanta Falcon. Another guy that showed out this past week. Matt Ryan seemed to enjoy his company.
We'll just put it this way. You got Julio. You have Calvin Ridley. You have Mohamed Sanu. You have Austin Hooper. You have
Ito.
You have Coleman. Marvin Hall is not the guy that I'm picking up. I'm not seeing him eating into. Yeah.
So you're not buying it?
Not buying it.
No.
All right. Roberts, tight end from Detroit. 2 touchdowns this past week. Not the starter, but yet seemed to be open. 3 passes, 2 touchdowns out of that. Looks to be a red zone target. On a bye week, if you need a tight end, are you looking his way?
Well, their starter only has 6 receptions on the whole year. I think something like that. I mean, he caught 3 in one game, so right. I mean, it's not like they go to the tight end a whole lot. Eric Ebron had a lot of trouble getting passes thrown his way in his time in Detroit. Maybe.
The cliff notes here, he says no.
No?
No.
Okay.
Strong maybe. Yeah. Nick Chubb, big game.
Nick Chubb, big game. I think that as soon as the news came out about Carlos Hyde going into Jacksonville and becoming part of that committee, you got to get that handcuff. And someone in our league definitely went and grabbed him. He did very well for people this past week. Very impressive. I see him doing more going forward. Over under 10 fantasy points in our league, Nick Chubb.
Next week?
Next week.
Who's playing?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Playing Pittsburgh.
I'm gonna say they find a way to screen it to him and let him get some space.
You going over?
I'm gonna go over.
I'm gonna go over as well.
I don't see this being a very high scoring game. It wasn't the first time.
All we're waiting on is him to get 10 points, so we don't give a crap who
Another
wins.
handcuff that you got to get if you haven't already got it. Marshawn Lynch going out on IR. We've got Doug Martin.
Yeah, but which one? Yeah, which one do you
Rashard.
get? Yeah, which one do you get?
I feel like Rashard's going to be more of the pass catching back. Doug Martin's going to be Doug Martin. The
muscle hamster.
Hefty hamster.
The muscle hamster.
The muscle hamster.
Doug Martin loves that nickname.
I'm sure he does. So on that one, you got to get a handcuff. But which one do you get? Let's go Doug Martin over under 7 points this next week.
Under.
Over. With Amari Cooper going to Dallas, I feel like they'll lean on that run game.
And with Oakland playing the Colts, I'm going to go...
It's not a stout defense.
I'm going to go over 7 points with Doug Martin. I think Rashard's going to get some action as well.
Yes. I think both will be over 7.
I'm going to say under.
Okay. Well.
What are we going to do? What do you want to do?
What do you want to do, Keith?
I'm down for calls.
Let's take some calls.
Questions for you. First one is, I'm in an old school league. You're only able to keep 4 running backs. I have Dalvin Cook in my IR bench spot, but obviously he's not ruled out, so he went back to my roster. Now I have Cook, Zeke, Clement, Drake, and Chubb. So I have to get rid of one of those guys.
Wow.
Obviously, you're not dropping Zeke.
No, you're not gonna drop Zeke. You're not.
Clement or Drake is basically who you're tossing up
And
there.
you're not gonna drop Chubb because I think there's a lot of potential there. So I personally would say Clement as well. Yeah.
I agree.
That Philadelphia backfield is all screwed up. You got
Sproles coming back.
Yeah, coming back. You've got Smallwood and Clement, and you don't know which one's gonna get the action.
It's probably not going to be your Smallwood.
More than likely not.
Got a trade proposal from somebody. All right, I'm 6-1 in my PPR league, so I'm not desperate. But I got somebody trying to get Melvin Gordon off my hands. He's trying to give me Alshon Jeffrey and Kerryon Johnson. I don't want to do that. I want to try and counter, see if I can. He's got James Conner, and maybe I can get James Conner and Kerryon Johnson for Melvin Gordon. Wondering what you guys think about that. And also, I got Breeze and Jameis Winston, and I'm wondering who to start this week.
Well, first off, start Breeze.
Did you start Breeze?
Yes.
I'd start Breeze this week as well.
I mean, you always start.
calls,
That's a clean sweep.
The calls we get after happy hour.
Yeah, honestly, if you believe that there's a snowball's chance in hell that you can get James Conner and Kerryon Johnson for Melvin Gordon, yeah, give it a try. But
You're going to lose a friend.
It's a full PPR league. I'm sitting in second. I'm currently 5-2. I got a trade proposed to me. I would be giving away Jordan Howard and Sterling Shepard. I would be receiving Sony Michel and Amari Cooper. I currently have Gurley, Breida, and Aaron Jones. And my receivers are Golden Tate, John Brown, Sterling Shepard, and I also have Kelvin.
You'd be receiving Sony Michel and Amari Cooper. It sounds like you're getting taken advantage of just a little bit there.
Again, I disagree.
I'd take it. I mean, you've got Gurley. I mean, that's...
Yeah, and according to Keith, every league with the person with Gurley is going to win the championship.
Well, you still need other players than just Gurley.
Yeah, but let's put it this way. Sony Michel, definitely a good compliment to Gurley.
Yeah, I see Sony Michel being out for the next 2 to 3 weeks. I don't like that trade at all.
He hasn't even been ruled out for this week as of right now. The game is not until Monday. He's got an extra day's rest. MRIs came back negative. They're saying he's week to week. I'd like to hear more day to day, but I mean, he might miss 1 week.
With all that being said,
Again.
if you won the Powerball this past week,
And you'd like to see real production value in these episodes.
Donate at any one of the phone number, email, or whatever at the end of the show.
follow us on Twitter at InYourFaceTube or subscribe below. And don't forget, it really grinds Keith's gears when you don't smash that like button.
Gotta ring that bell.
Leave a comment. Grab a handcuff.
Gotta get that handcuff.
I'm glad this is not a drinking game involved here.
If you win the Powerball and you subscribe below and make a donation, you'll receive
A healthy one.
the Gotta Get That Handcuff t-shirt,
Tony's Fancy Sleeper t-shirt.
the limited edition Yahoo Keith t-shirt.
There's, I think, a mug and a koozie.
There's a mug, a koozie.
There's a keychain.
I believe there's a
I
keychain.
think there is a keychain. It's a mirror ball. There is a Gizmo wearing an In Your Face shirt.
There's a Kevin. We will all sign Kevin McAllister.
Goggles made out of peanut butter and jelly.
That's
Tidy whities with IYF around the rim.
we have time.
No time for Adam the Woo this week. Sorry, Adam. We will get you next week. Apologies to the Woo man.
I think I just heard the back door open and close. He's out of here.
Well, we'll have to get to him next week. But hey, for everybody else, we'll see you next time.
All right, guys, it's time for another edition of Tony's Fancy Sleepers. First up, I know we were talking about it earlier in the show, but Sony Michel being a little banged up right now, you may want to go out and get Kenjon Barner. Who? Another handcuff out of New England. Also, I like Tajay Sharp going forward. All right, guys, man, quit playing around. Turn the lights on. Like, seriously, quit. Like, what's going on? What is this? God, no!
Mr. Sandman.